in the news, we are doing new cars first. We have the new Rimac, the supercar that Hammond crashed in Grand Tour. Rimac has paired up with Hyundai, and they're making a new EV hot hatch. And it might be crashed off a cliff again. So, who knows? And July 4th this year, De Tomaso, the ones that made the Pantera years ago, are making a new car! They're coming back!
Oh, yeah. At Goodwood.
At Goodwood!
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
This is Ethan. He is now our Motorsports correspondent.
Yep.
And he is way overqualified. He sent me an email with like a report, and it was like double spaced, and I don't know why. I don't know.
It was a full-on essay like he's doing it for school. It was awesome.
Yeah, no. Wyatt and I are totally illiterate, so it's no point sending us that.
Hey, I got no girlfriend, no hobbies. It's easy to type up an
we
essay.
don't go to school. He does.
I take my job seriously.
Back to the new car news. We got Zach with his.
Yes, the 2020 Explorer cop car is going to be pretty cool. They're actually making a hybrid version, which is pretty crazy. I don't know how that's going to go, but apparently it's supposed to get 500 miles per tank. 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds, which is almost as fast as this one car that Wyatt...
That should be good for some car chases.
Yeah, and then they've updated the twin-turbo V6, and now they go 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. So that's going to be amazing.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. Last month we talked about the Fiat Chryslers having a recall for the Chrysler 300, and it was like for the shifter having problems with the bushings in the transmission.
It's a cable that controls the park.
Yeah.
And it makes cars roll away.
And now the same exact problem is happening with the Ford Fusions. They have recalled 300,000 Fusions. This is insane. It's the same problem.
Just from this one problem, it's been almost 600,000 recalls.
What a coincidence.
That's so crazy. And then the Lotus recall, which I thought was kind of funny, the passenger footwell, they said, isn't strong enough if you're not wearing a seatbelt. First off, it's a Lotus. You shouldn't have a passenger.
Yeah, true that.
Second off, wear your seatbelts, please.
You need that.
And now, on to Ethan.
So we're heading into the Motorsports news now.
Girls just walked up, so
we're gonna need
we might get a little distracted here. We'll turn that
a
to
little distracted.
And now we head into the Motorsports news, a part of this segment. And to start with, we're going to go with F1. Heading into this weekend, we went to Barcelona, Spain for the running of the Catalunya circuit. Valtteri Bottas was leading the championship, coming in at 87, which was one over his teammate in Lewis Hamilton. They would go into qualifying, and Bottas would get the pole. Hamilton would come second, and Vettel would be starting third. The Mercedes would finish 1-2 again, and fun fact, that's the fifth time in a row they've finished 1-2. That's actually besting the 1992 Williams FW14s with Mansell and Patrese. Now we go to IndyCar.
And they're also going to Monaco this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Monaco is not this Sunday, but May 26th at 6 a.m. on ESPN. For IndyCar, we headed to the Indianapolis Grand Prix circuit, not the Indy 500. That's coming. And the person who would win the race would actually be Simon Pagenaud. Simon Pagenaud would drive his way up from 6th to 1st in 17 laps and win the race by 2 seconds. It was an amazing drive in the wet conditions. We have qualifying for the Indy 500 this weekend, and it's going to be really, really good. Fernando Alonso, who's trying to complete his third leg of the Triple Crown, has been having a very tough time getting any practice or qualifying down. He actually wrecked his primary car that McLaren had built for him into the wall at one of the practices. They didn't turn any laps yesterday. I think they got out on the track today.
I think so.
But it was barely...
It's
still not enough.
Not enough at all.
Because they went from not testing without the engine turned up to now today it was Fast Friday where the engine's cranked all the way up for qualifying practice. But the bump day this weekend is going to be probably one of the best. I would highly recommend watching it, and you can catch that this Saturday at 11:15 and Sunday at 12:15, I believe on NBC. I believe it's on the big NBC. So they've been hyping up this race for weeks now. And now we go to NASCAR.
Yes, NASCAR!
Yeah.
Yes!
See, nobody gives this response. So I know nobody cares about it, but I'm here and I like NASCAR, so we're going to talk about it.
NASCAR's good.
So Kevin Harvick sat his well-trimmed Busch Mustang. He sat his well-trimmed Busch Mustang on the pole and it looked like he had a very dominant car coming into this race. Stage 1 and Stage 2, he was pretty much out there on his own. Anybody would get in front of him, he would just go up and pass him. The only person that had anything really for him was in Stage 2, Chase Elliott went by him and won the stage. And then Stage 3 started, and he was out there dominating again until his tire began to give way. He felt that it was either the lug nuts were coming off or it was going down. And that caused him to pit under green. He went a lap down and took him out of the race. It was good racing for this new package. It was side by side, and it was a lot of good hard racing all day long. And we got to the last 5 laps, which brought out a caution. I think Matt DiBenedetto, his engine expired, bringing out the caution. They would restart. Brad Keselowski would take off.
Is that what they say in NASCAR? The engine expired?
Expired.
Does that mean it blew up or something?
Yeah, it blew up. He came down onto the pit road and was smoking more than a chimney. So he blew his engine, and he pulled off and went into the pits, and then it brought out the 2-lap shootout for the restart, what they call overtime, because we got to sound like football all the fucking time, effing time.
The only person who ever watches his language.
Yeah, on demonetization. So it would restart. Brad Keselowski would get away. Eric Jones and Alex Bowman would fight back and forth, and Keselowski would get his 3rd win of the season. Bowman would get his 3rd consecutive 2nd place, and he's still trying to find his 1st win, so I imagine he's ripping his hair out right about now. So, all in all, Kansas was a really good race, and I think it was actually a good showing for this package. So, this weekend we're doing the Dash for Cash, or the All-Star Race, which is going to be a dash for $1 million. No points are in this, no gimmicks, no nothing. Just drive as hard as you can, get $1 million, and go home at the end of the night.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can catch that tomorrow at FS1 at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that is the motorsport news. And I will hopefully be back next week with all the good stuff on the Indy qualifying, the All-Star Race, and unfortunately we got nothing going on for F1. But May 26th, sit your ass down in a chair because you've got Monaco, Indy 500, and the Coca-Cola 600. What a time to be a motorsport fan.
Mountoon is launching a VW tuning brand, and they're partnering up with 1552. And they said, this is a quote from them, "We will offer VW enthusiasts the same level of service and performance that Mountoon's customers have been waiting for over a decade. Enjoying for over a decade." Another update on that. Dad's brake pads still aren't here. Thanks, Mountoon USA. You guys only take 3 to 5 months.
Oh, God. All right, a little bit of sad news. There was...
Sad wood.
God damn. There was a TV show going for HBO, and there's a set with a bunch of rad era cars, so like old 80s and Camaros, Corvettes, and all that. And it's a dealership, and the dealership spontaneously caught fire. Not for the TV show or anything. It just caught fire, and all the cars got burned.
I think we need a moment of silence for those fallen bullets.
Yeah,
and
we
awesome cars.
All right. In Providence, Rhode Island, a cop pulled over a self-driving car. I just thought that was kind of funny. The chase lasted 14 hours. Not really. I don't know how they stopped the car, actually. But, the cop just saw the car and he was like, I'm going to pull that over. And it was a state-funded car. Like, everybody should have known about it. He just pulled it over anyway.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right, so Tesla has just launched a car that will pull up to you in a parking lot, and it's something like out of James Bond.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. I think you have to be like within 150 feet away from the car, and you just press a button, and your car drives to you.
That could be kind of handy, like in a tight parking lot. If you can't like open your door, just have your car like back itself in and have it pull itself out.
Is there an option to get an engine noise at any time soon?
Unfortunately, no engine noises yet.
So I'm not impressed then.
You're gonna have to LS swap it or something yourself if you want an engine noise.
Yeah. And now I have something very important. It is the question of the week. I asked my dad this last night. He wasn't too sure. He eventually figured it out. But the question of the week is, what would you rather have? And it's kind of a loaded question a little bit. But Ford GT, the 2005 one, awesome one, or Dodge Viper?
Viper.
That fast?
Yeah.
Viper though.
Yeah.
Almost any, not like the best Viper ever,
Viper.
but almost any.
So
Yeah,
no
Viper.
ACR. I mean ACR. Or,
Yeah, you can have an ACR. Not like the newest, best
I don't know, I
ACR.
think I'd rather
I would like to have.
Really?
Yeah,
I would like to have the first gen Viper with the plastic windows and everything.
Okay.
Target top. You have to unzip the windows and reach in to open the door. And there's no traction
Such
control.
a pain in the ass.
It's the most raw car, like
yeah,
of that
GT
year.
is super cool.
It's super cool, and it's
GT supercharged too.
it's supercharged. But this is just a raw, like lightweight V10 roadster kind of thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, you drive around Ford GT, you're like, oh my god, I have prestige and prominence.
Yeah.
In this, so
But the thing is with the Viper, it is more usable daily.
that's true.
Yeah,
It is faster.
That's true.
It does have a
Is that true?
V10.
and it will kill you
It is,
faster.
especially ACRs. ACR will destroy because
Yeah.
the GT wasn't made to go fast.
Well, no,
Yeah.
and the ACR holds like how many track records, or held how many track
It
records?
held the Nürburgring record for like 8 years,
Yeah.
which is like the fastest car in the world.
Yeah, all right.
Like it would just leave a Zonda or just any car, like a BAC Mono. I think it was faster than that for like 5
No,
years.
BIC mono.
Yes,
Oh.
the Viper was the fastest production car on that track for a long time.
Well,
It's
see,
so fast.
And then the Civic Type R beat it, right?
no,
Oh, I thought that beat it.
well, it beat
everything
like
else front wheel
the
drive.
first one probably.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it didn't beat like the ACR crazy track.
okay.
Yeah, because that was holding the record forever.
I was gonna say, well, maybe it isn't that reliable, but then again, I'm comparing apples to oranges on this one. So Ford versus Dodge.
In reliability, that's kind of a tough one, actually.
Yeah,
So
very
it's got Dodge reliability. So.
And then finally, there was a 288 GTO Ferrari that was stolen in Berlin.
Yes.
It was like scheduled for a test drive or something,
Mhm.
and the guys were they were test driving. They got up to swap cars, and the guy
swap.
oh yeah
positions.
they swapped drivers, and the guy that was going to test drive it got in and just drove it off.
Well,
Yep.
The guy that was test driving it yelled first he needed more Lebensstrom and then drove down the road with it.
But yeah, they found the car.
Yeah.
That's good. He tried to hide it, but you can't really hide a 288 GTO.
No,
I mean, if somebody says there's a red Ferrari missing,
it's pretty
kinda-
It's
obvious.
sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yep. And that is the news.
That is the
I
news.
think we have a